Can I get you to just check your phones? Make sure they're on silent for me. We don't want the whole country to hear the ring, if possible. How will we get going? All right. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to DuePoint. Thank you for coming through today, and thanks for all of you that have tuned in live today. My name is Brendan Benfield. I'm the Senior Executive here at DuePoint, and I am overly enthusiastic about DuePoint at the moment. We've had an incredible week. We've had an incredible year. There we go. See? We're live streaming. At least we've checked the stream is working, folks. Guys, today you are at what we believe is the foremost wealth creation company in South Africa today for the average South African. I say that statement boldly. I believe that it is a fact, not a marketing statement, and I hope by the end of this presentation you understand why. But to start with today, ladies and gentlemen, I want you guys to understand that DuePoint is in fact a division of a long-standing South African founded and owned company called Constantia Insurance Company Limited. We're a public company listed on the JSE, and we're a licensed life and short-term insurance company, and this is our 68th year of trading. So this is not a new business. It is not one of those things. We haven't blown in from overseas. We're not a new thing on your WhatsApp group or Facebook. We are very much a well-established financial services company in South Africa, and we're here to be part of the changes that are required in South Africa. You see, about 5 or 6 years ago now, we already began to recognize the crisis that we have today in South Africa. And I call it that. People are afraid to call it that. 3 years of recession in an economy is a crisis. For us as individuals in South Africa today, we are devoid of options. I was talking to one of our wealth engineers just a few minutes ago, and she said she's been talking to a chap who has been looking for a job for 3 years. 3 years. How do you feed yourself when you've been looking for a job for 3 years? Folks, we don't have the option of jobs anymore. Any of you who've done any research, you'll know that employment is negative and has been negative for the last 3 years. That means that there are more people coming into the economy than there are jobs available, and to compound that with recession, we've had negative jobs. Businesses are closing down. Employment is running out. It is not an option for us anymore in South Africa. And in addition, any other form of optional of income creation has not worked for us. How many people have we had through this business watching us live in the seats of our studio year after year after year, where they have said to us, I've tried this and lost money, I've tried that and lost money, I've burnt myself here, I spent years doing that and it failed me, Folks, we know in South Africa our options are gone. We cannot control our income anymore. In addition, we've recognized a terrible trend on the spending side, the cost of living in South Africa that has been affecting us for the last 20 years. And South Africans don't want to admit it. They want to hide. They want to run away from it. When I talk to people, they're like, no, I'm fine. No, you're not fine. The economists have been writing numerous articles over the last year about the fact that South Africans are poorer today than they were 20 years ago. That is despite any increases you might have got. Your ability to buy is less than it was 20 years ago. Think about anything that you buy today. Clothes, food, cars, houses. They're all more expensive every year, and yet your income is barely keeping up with inflation. And what is inflation? Well, that's the big question. We're no politicians. Politicians don't like to reveal the truth because the truth is damaging. We've been told inflation is 6% per annum. Maybe if you're a mine. Maybe if you're a big industrial or capitalist. But if you're you and me on the ground, inflation's been closer to 20 to 25% every year. If you haven't been getting an increase of that amount every year, then you've been getting poorer every year. Again, that's not a marketing statement. That is now factual. And you can go and Google it for yourself and you will see the economists are saying it about us in South Africa. So, we need a solution. We need a solution as a corporate because we're going to lose customers and end up closing down. And we need a solution for our citizens if we as individuals are going to be able to continue to survive in South Africa today. Folks, we came up with what we believe is the closest and best solution we can to this crisis. We call it the DuePoint system. And what it asks you to do is one thing. It's not selling, it's not carting stock around, it's not doing presentations. You know, all those things you had to do before that just cost you money and either blew in and blew out, one of those things. Yeah, that's not what we are. What we do is we use cutting-edge, latest technology, and we put it on your phone, and we ask you to simply connect South Africans to us. That's it. Using our technology, we just want you to put people in touch with us. There are 57 million South Africans out there waiting right now to hear about DuePoint. All you need to do is tap your phone 3 times and we do the rest of the work. If you're able to do that for us, you can expand our ability to distribute our products across the South African economy. That builds revenue for us, and from the revenue, we're able to create wealth for you. Wealth is a recurring monthly income, ladies and gentlemen. It is not cash for selling. Cash for selling does not change your circumstances. I know, because all of you are here and watching us live, because none of the cash for selling ever changed your circumstances. And it's probably gone already. Folks, cash for selling is once-off cash. And I know as South Africans, in our survival mentality, that's what we want. The only problem is it kind of is there and then it's gone, and we can't dig ourselves out of the crisis that we're in. At DuePoint, we deal in wealth. What wealth is an income that is there every month. Whether you are building your business with us or not, whether you are busy or quiet, whether you're on holiday or sick in hospital, your income must flow in every month. How did we manage to build that? Well, we've built it off of the back of our financial services products. They run off of debit orders, and debit orders, as you know, run automatically through computer systems every day of the year, no matter what the day is. And as a result, every month, without you having to run back to your friends to buy again, without you having to carry groceries around in your car and in your hands, your income flows in. That is what wealth is. It is the ability to create income without having to be physically involved every single month. And it is what we produce here at DuePoint for you. Now, we know that South Africans have a very particular culture. We know the culture. In fact, we have a very diverse culture in South Africa. I mean, over the years, have we not learned this in dealing with all the different types of people in South Africa? And therefore, people like to do things or say things to try and avoid what they think something is when it is not, in fact, that. One of the things that we get said to us very often is, sorry, I'm very busy, I don't have time for this. And my response to that has always been, that's fantastic. You're spending 60, 80, 100 hours on something that is making you wealthier? And the answer is always a no. We spend all of our time right now on something that's making us poorer. We just do. That is a factual statement. There are 0.5% of South Africans, I think, that are getting wealthier. The other 99.5%, the rest of us on the ground, are getting poorer every single month. And yet, we have no time. And so, we say, no, you're going to have to give us a bit of your time. Because if you want to dig yourself out of the financial crisis we're in, we're going to need some of your time. But we know that you're busy, so we built our system around that. We are South African. This is a system built by South Africans for South Africans. And so using our technology, we give you the ability to leverage. We can leverage yourself, leverage others, time-wise, skills-wise, network-wise, whatever it might be. Our technology gives you that ability to leverage. It means that it doesn't matter how busy you are. You can do DuePoint. You can start to build a solution for yourself. Folks, in addition, we're in the business of creating wealth, not taking people's money. And so here today, you're going to find that we do not ask you for a starter cost. You're not going to buy a starter guide or application forms. You're not going to pay for our training. You're not going to have to buy anything today and walk away with it. There are no credit card machines waiting for you. We want you to start on zero and work forward. We don't want you to start on minus and have to catch up to zero. At DuePoint, we build wealth with you from day one. By simply being a product owner of DuePoints, you get free access to our entire system, our offices around the country, our staff, our technology. Everything is made available to you at no cost for the use of that system. And because you're not selling, and this is something that's a difficult thing for South Africans to realize, you do not sell anything at DuePoint. Our proposition is wealth creation, not the sale of products. Everybody is allowed to and able to use the DuePoint tool to create wealth for themselves. You're not intermediaries, you're not brokers, you're not agents, you're not giving advice, you're not advertising. You're using our technology to connect people to us. And it means that everybody in South Africa today has the ability to create an asset for themselves. What is an asset? An asset is something that produces income for you every month, even when you can't work on it. An asset is something that you can price and sell, which is what you can do with your channels at DuePoint. And an asset is something that will automatically be handed over to your children when you pass away one day, which is exactly what happens with the income you've created in your life with us here and the channel that you have. Your children and your grandchildren and the generations to come can pick this asset up, and every generation can build it bigger. At DuePoint, we know that we are the only intergenerational business in South Africa today offered to the average South African. We've been around for 70 years, ladies and gentlemen. We don't think about just now. We're thinking about what comes next. Where do we go as the generations in South Africa change? Nothing that you have seen before, nothing that you have seen before is anything like DuePoint today. And we've built this system, as I say, to be as convenient as possible for you as busy South Africans. I often tease people, say, but I don't know anyone. That's not a problem. Our technology takes care of it. You know, I'm worried that you'll be here today and gone tomorrow. We've been here for 70 years. Every part of the difficulty that you might have experienced in the past has been eradicated in our system. And you left with that one task of just connecting people to us. By doing that, using our technology, you're able to build this platform of distribution for us. This channel is what we call it. As people join your channel, they too will take our technology and connect others, and your channel will begin to grow. We have seen this thousands of times at DuePoint already over the years as channels are built across the country. Folks, we then come along as DuePoint and we do the work. We facilitate the purchase of our products throughout your channel. And without you having to do a presentation, without you having to drag stock around or make a sale, your wealth is born at DuePoint. And then we distribute that to you in two ways. The first way is through our returns program. Our returns program pays you R27.50 every month for every product payment wherever it lies in your channel based on a percentage. Folks, this is a simple system. What it requires is for you to connect people. As you connect the people, you will earn R27.50 multiplied by 200%, R55 every time one of them pays for their products. Not once off, every month that they pay. Our products don't expire, they don't break, they don't have to be replaced or returned. Our factory never shuts down and not able to deliver from China. My goodness, we've seen all of this nonsense before. Our products are delivered perfectly, instantaneously, every single hour of the day, 365 days a year. And instead of you having to sell a pot and get cash once off, your connection to us with someone is once off, and every month thereafter, you have now created for yourself a recurring income. These individuals may take multiple products with us. We have multiple products, and for every product they take, you will get R55 more, 110, 165, 220. You are in control of your income at DuePoint, the one thing we wanted to give back to you. These individuals will go out and connect their friends and their families. They will take products with us, and when they pay again, R27.50 multiplied by 200%, R55. In this example, look, you've been here for 5 minutes. You put a handful of people in, you're earning R1,000 a month. R1,000 a month off the back of a few people. That's R12,000 a year. You have not needed to quit your job to put 5 people in. You've been able to do that despite how busy you may be. You've been able to put a handful of people in, and now you've got R12,000 extra every year going forward. But some of you will say, I need more. I've had people come to me and say, I earn R150,000 a month. Great. The system has no limit in its ability to create wealth for you. The more time and the more connections that you make to the DuePoint system, the more money you will earn. And you will earn all the way down to 8th point at a diminishing rate, and from the 8th point onwards, always 4% of R27.50. There is no limit to the number of points you can earn on and the number of products that you can earn on at DuePoint. As long as you qualify to earn, you will find that everywhere else you go, there's a ceiling over your head, whether it's another network that you're looking at or whether it's your own job. There's a ceiling that you can get to. At DuePoint, it doesn't matter who you are, where you come from, what your circumstances or education are. There is unlimited potential for you to earn wealth in the DuePoint system here today. We can even calculate it for you. You see, we love this. We've been around long enough now to have the data to be able to be pretty accurate about what you can expect to earn with us. This is something very few of these things that wash in and wash out can do. They make the fake pictures they pull off the internet and surprise you with golden colored cars and yachts in the Mediterranean. Here we just talk numbers. We're real and we're in wealth creation. And so we can talk numbers with you. If you're able to do the two things, connect the numbers to us and do it over time. We're not a get-rich-quick scheme. You don't get rich in 90 days, because that's not wealth. That's cash in transit. It's there and then it's gone, and you're left in more crisis than you were before. Here we look at numbers over time. If you're able to do those two things, then we can calculate your wealth. We use a very simple example in this presentation, but you can build the maths around anything you want at DuePoint. Our mathematical calculation is based on what we call 3 plus 2. It fits into every single South African circumstances, no matter how busy they are. It says in your first month, you've got to connect 3 people. You got an entire month to connect 3 people. If you're able to do that, and then just 2 people every month thereafter, but you've got to be consistent. It's 2 connections every month thereafter. Well, then I can calculate what you can reasonably expect to earn here. If you can do it for 6 months, and we apply everything in our mathematics, cancellations, lapses, people standing you up, people letting you down, people making promises they never deliver on. You see, none of those are what we ask you to do. We just ask you to keep connecting. And the maths follows from behind if you keep connecting. It doesn't matter if they're letting you down, but we build it all into the maths, and we know that after 6 months of you connecting these people, after years of data, we know that on average you can reasonably expect to be on about 2,500 Rand a month with us. That's 30,000 Rand a year. It's not once off, it's every month, potentially for the rest of your life that you have created with us. If you can do 6 more months with us, 1 year, but you haven't quit, you haven't given up, it's a year of 2 connections every single month, then you can reasonably expect to be on about 9,000 to 10,000 Rand a month. Now you see, as we get to the people who earn a lot more, even 9,000 to 10,000 Rand extra a month starts to look a little bit more attractive. All I've needed to do is connect 2 people for a year. Yes, every month for a year, 2 solid connections, and you're up to 10,000 Rand a month. What does that do for you? You see, this presentation kind of flies by, and I think people don't have a chance to stop and think. What does an extra 10,000 Rand a month do for you? This is not one of those WhatsAppy, Facebooky things. We have delivered on every one of our payments every month for years. You go find a wealth engineer that's been here from the beginning. They will show you the in-contact SMSs on their phone year after year. Not like those guys that say, oh, it's working here, 600,000 Rand a week. You go and ask him for his in-contact. No, suddenly he can't find his bank statement, because it's actually only 30 Rand. And for 5 months before the thing blows out back to wherever it came from. Folks, here for years, we have delivered on every one of our promises. A year in, if you can commit to a year, you can then know that on average you can reasonably expect to be on about 10 grand a month with us. If you do it for 2 years, that 10 becomes 30. And it moves you into the top third of earners in the country. Top third of it in 2 years. If you do it for 3, it becomes 40 to 45,000. Now, I haven't asked you to change anything. I've still asked you to just put 2 solid connections in every month. That's all. 2 connections, 2 connections, 2 connections. If you can do that for 3 years, you can reasonably expect to be on 40 to 45,000 Rand a month. If you can do it for 4 years, you're going to be up to about 65,000 Rand a month. And if you can do it for 5 years, not 5 months, not 5 weeks, guys. We get a lot of people like that. No, it's different. I'll be different. Watch, I'll come in and I'll be rich in 3 months. No, you won't, because there's 2 ingredients to permanent wealth. There's almost no ingredients to cash here, gone tomorrow. But if you want permanent, life-changing, circumstance-changing wealth, well, then there's 2 ingredients. Numbers and time. 5 years might sound like a long time, but it's not. It is really short. Think about how quickly the last 5 years have gone. Think about how quickly this year has gone. We're coming up on June. Do you know that it's less than 7 months now to 2020? I remember then when the date 2020 is what people used to use in science fiction movies. And we are less than 7 months away from that. 5 years is nothing. How long have you worked in your employment for? How long? 5, 10, 20, 30, 40 years? And then people come to me and say, but you know what the problem with DuePoint is? You earn too slowly. And I go, you know what the problem with your employment is? It's making you poorer every year and you stick it out. You guys are all going back there now after lunch, aren't you? You're all going back there. And it's not making you any richer. And we're saying, can you give us 5 years? 5 years of 2 connections a month. And you'll be earning 80 to 100,000 Rand a month on average. That's $1 million a year. You're now in the top 0.5% of earners. This is not made up, fancy, fun with Excel. This is based on data of all the people that we've had come through our system over the years. And every year every month we put a handful up on stage. Some doing well, some doing badly. We show you everything. This is a public open book company. We show you everybody. We show you what they're doing. A lot of people do this on the side. A lot of people still have their full-time jobs, no problem. And they pick this up, and when they can, they connect individuals to us. So they do it a lot less than 2 people a month. That's fine. We don't mind. This is a tool to create wealth. Some will want a little, some will want a lot. We had up this month Paul. Paul does this on the side. He's full-time employee, one of the most successful employees in his company. He's been, I think, something like for 12 years in a row, he's been ranked the employee of the year at the business that he's at. But he says, Brendan, I understand it's not making me any richer. And he says, in fact, at the beginning of every month, I start on zero. And so I want something that creates wealth for me, not cash in transit. And so he's been building this 10 months, and he's up to $3,000 a month. Now he does this on the side. You try and be employee of the year and try and build a DuePoint channel at the same time. It's not easy. But now he gets 36,000 Rand a year extra. It's like a bonus. What can you do with 36,000 Rand? You got a full-time job all year long, you now got a holiday paid for at the end of the year on something that's kind of hobby income that comes in. And he's done it in 10 months. Connection of 34 solid connections. 34 solid connections, he's off 36,000 Rand. Do you guys know 34 people? I'm pretty sure I could find 34 people in your cell phones right now that you could connect. Then we had Don Landon up. He's the same thing. He's a real entrepreneur. He's working in this, working in that, running this, starting this, moving over here. He's a motivational speaker. He's a trainer. He's very busy. He only does DuePoint on the side. And over the last 2.5 years of doing DuePoint on the side, he's built a channel that's now worth nearly 12,000 Rand a month. Extra, on the side, hobby income. Anyone want 120, 130,000 Rand a year? What could you do with that as income on the side that comes in every month? This is what Don says. You can go to our YouTube channel and go and listen to his testimony from being on the stage last Tuesday. In fact, it was this Tuesday that he was on. And he will tell you how suddenly his belief system is shifting. He's going, hang on a second, there's this thing that I do on the side that's earning me 12,000 Rand a month. Why am I wasting time on this when this comes in every single month? I'm not running around chasing people with groceries and toiletries and milkshakes and pots and pans. I'm not. This comes in automatically every month through a system built on technology and wealth. Folks, whatever it is that you want to earn, we've got somebody earning it already. You can go to our YouTube channel and you can go and surf your way through all the videos over all the years that we've been doing this, and you will find whatever level of wealth you want buried in there. It just depends on you. How much time are you willing to commit to connecting South Africans to us? The playing field is open. The harvest is ready. We're waiting for the workers. We are what we believe the only economic solution left in South Africa for the average South African. I challenge people in every presentation. Come and tell me if I'm wrong. Come and tell me what the other option is that will create permanent, lifetime, intergenerational wealth with no startup cost in South Africa today. Come and tell me. Don't tell me your job. Your job just makes you poor and has put you in the position you're in already. Come and tell me what we have. We believe that we have created that solution for you. The second way we create wealth for you is through our XP Rewards training program. Not only will we reward you and create wealth for you, we will teach you with world-class training. And I say that again factually. World-class training on how to become a successful social entrepreneur, how to create permanent wealth for yourself, and how to do this business. Through our program, as you complete the steps, we'll reward you with XP points. They're experience points. They accumulate as you mature with us. And as your channel grows and you reach XP targets, we rank you up in our training program and we reward you. In the beginning, it's a whole lot of cash that grows on each rank so that you become cash flush and can be building this business more effectively. Then at rank 5, we give you a toolkit of all the things you need to help you connect individuals to us. All of this can be purchased individually from our client service team or from our reception at any time, and we'll deliver it anywhere in the nation. Then at rank 7, we give you a 17,000 Rand set of custom-made, imported, gold-gilded business cards. How is this like anything else? Hey, Pumi? All these other things we've seen, how on earth are we being compared? Do any of them give 20,000 Rand gold-gilded business cards to those that work in their business? You want to know how bad the economy is? I use this one every now and then. It always makes me laugh. One of our guys, who is, in fact, is rank 9 already, takes his card and gave it to a friend who he was trying to bring to DuePoint, and the friend took it and started scraping the gold off the sides of the cards. That's how bad our economy is. That's how desperate people is. When people say we're not in financial crisis, I laugh. Individuals in South Africa are in crisis whether they've recognized it or not. But at rank 7, we'll give you a tool that will blow people away. And then at rank 9, for those that have gone the distance, who have put that ingredient of time in and have achieved rank 9 with us, for the rest of their lives, we take them away every year for a week with their families, all expenses paid, 5-star business class, as long as they maintain that channel size. There is no qualification every year. This is not a competition. Once you are rank 9, as long as you maintain your channel size, we take you away every year. It is a wonderful freedom to wake up on the 1st of January and know your overseas trip is booked and paid for at the end of that year. Our rank 9s already know this. We've booked the hotel already. We know where we're going. They don't, but we know where we're going already. We know that it's paid for, the air tickets are ready, and we're waiting for rank 9s, new rank 9s to join us this year. Who's it going to be? Who will put their heads down and change their lives permanently with DuePoint? And who will turn away and go back to their jobs, to their lives, to their circumstances? This is a big question. Now, everywhere else you've been, they've had to show you pictures, pretend pictures from the internet. If you get to rank 9, this is what it's going to look like. No. Here we've been going away on rank 9 trips for years. And so I can show you a composition of these trips with families, with children, all expenses paid. Can you get to rank 9? Do you desire to live a different life? If you do, this is what your Decembers will look like. I'm assuming that the silence is stunned silence. Because when I look at that, I can only compare it to what I've seen and heard everywhere else. And I've been everywhere else over the last couple of years, where they promise you a cruise to the Portuguese island in the engine bay room next to the kitchen with no window and the basic meal. That's not what we do. We're in the business of wealth. For those of you who put your heads down, we will change your circumstances forever. And we'll take you on trips that look like this. And every year our Rank 9 group gets bigger, and every year we go to a different hotel. You can continue to believe that what you have will get you there, or you can realize that we are in crisis and that we have put before you a solution that changes everything about your options for the future. In Rank 11, we give you another very useful tool. It's your own car. It's not branded. It's not financed through us or rented from us. And we don't give it to you and take it away. It's in your name because it's a tool you will use to create wealth. That's 11 of our 28 mapped ranks here at DuePoint. We have delivered on all of them. None of these are undelivered promises. You can go to our YouTube channel and see the delivery of our promises there. We film everything. We show everyone this is a public company. What would you like in this life? What have you been devoid of in this life so far? What have you been denied? All of it is possible if you're willing to put the time and the numbers in here at DuePoint. Folks, we build this wealth off the back of our financial services, like I described in the beginning. We have 4 products at the moment at DuePoint that you can choose from. Our first is our Access Wealth Plan. It costs 324 Rand a month, and for that you get 2 products. For 324 Rand, you get 2 products. One is your very own tax-free investment account, and the other is 120,000 Rands worth of personal accident cover. We take 100 Rand off your 324, we put it into your investment account, it's yours. And you begin to grow an asset with us before you've even made your first connection. Our second product is our Wealth Guard product. It's 249 Rand a month, and for that you get 1,000,000 Rands worth of personal accident cover, no matter who you are, no matter what your personal circumstances are. There are no medical declarations or examinations, no waiting periods, and no maximum age limits. Anybody of any age can be a wealth engineer at DuePoint. Our third product is our Family Wealth funeral cover. It starts at $299, and from there you have a host of options. You can pick between 20 or 30,000 Rands worth of funeral cover, whether you want 5 members or 10 members on the cover with you, and you as the principal member get 10,000 Rands worth of outstanding debt cover, so that when you die, we cover 10,000 Rands worth of your outstanding debt so that your children don't have to. We believe that our products are the best in their categories in South Africa today. Our fourth product is our Wealth Points Buyers Club. It starts at 299 Rand a month, and for that you get access to all of our corporate suppliers. We're adding them all the time here at DuePoint, and you get to be able to get our prices, our discounts, our vouchers, our packages, our account managers from across the industry: motor, cell phones, retail, online, entertainment, gyms, hotels, travel agencies, you name it, we got the whole list. If you sit down and watch the training videos on these products, all of which are on our website and YouTube channel, you will see how you can gain tremendous benefit from what we have here before you've even used our DuePoint system tool. Plug into those videos, understand what we have fully and truly created here at DuePoint. In addition, we add 2 more things to this giant puzzle. The 2 more pieces are our Achiever Quest we run every month, from the 1st to the 31st, calendar months, every month. And in that month, we say to anyone, if you can put 10 people in and get them paid by the end of that month, we'll give you a 5,000 Rand bonus on top of your returns and your rewards every month. If you do that every month for a year, that's 60,000 Rand extra. 60,000 Rand extra that you can earn. For those of you who think it's too little, there is never too little at DuePoint. Here you have unlimited earnings. It's all up to you. If you're able to put 20 people in a month, well then, that becomes a 10,000 Rand bonus. And if you can put 30 people in a month, you get a 15,000 Rand bonus every month. 30 people in, 30 people paid. That's 1 person a day. If you can connect 1 solid person a day to DuePoint, you can earn 180,000 Rand a year just off of our Achiever Quest. And then the final piece of the puzzle is our 365 challenge. It was launched in 2019 just for you. And it says on the day that you start with us, you have 365 days. From that point forward, if you can put 365 people in, of the 57 million South Africans out there, don't tell me it's impossible. We got plenty of people doing it. Plenty. If you can put 365 people in a year, then we'll give you the equivalent value of 1.25 million Rand. Firstly, it'll be a cash check of 365,000 Rand. Again, a delivered promise, not just a promise. In addition, we know that your channel will have grown from those 365 people to a channel that's bigger than rank 9. Bigger than rank 9 means that in the next year, you will join us on our rank 9 trips. In addition, it'll grow past rank 11, which means that in the next year, maybe for the first time in your life, you'll be delivered your very own brand new car. But more importantly than all of that, guys, is we are in the business of wealth creation. Remember that when you want to sell our products. We're not selling products here. We're building wealth. And if you're building wealth, you know the most important thing is that continuous recurring income. And in our 365 calculations, we believe quite conservatively that if you achieve it, you should expect to earn somewhere between 40 to 50,000 Rand a month. That's 500 to 600,000 Rand a year. There are very few South Africans earning that much. But there are South Africans out there today that are tired of their circumstances, tired of being in crisis every month, and who want change now. those are the South Africans that will achieve this quest. And in a year's time, you're going to see who they are. Do you want to be in the pictures with them? Or do you want to be the one looking at the pictures? Because that is an option only you have. We do not select here. You select. We call it self-selection. You will decide. What is the task you have to do? Connect people to us. Will they let you down? Yes. Will some of them laugh at you? Yes. They will think we're one of those things. But do you have a thick enough skin that values 1.25 million sufficiently to keep going? That's the question we put to you. That's all you've got to do here at DuePoint. This is a nationwide business, folks. We're in different locations all the time, and we're going to be down in Bloemfontein on the 20th of July. We've just come from PE, which was incredible. We reckon one of our best encounters we've ever had, and we're looking forward to seeing if Bloemfontein can outperform them. Folks, our ticket booking system is now open for you. You can go to events on our website or events in our app and book your ticket and your guest tickets. The tickets are free. Shock, horror, and disbelief, like everything at DuePoint, there is no cost for attending a major conference and workshop with us. But you are going to have to get yourselves down there if you live outside the Free State, and you're going to have to get your accommodation sorted out now. We're giving you warning. 20th of July, we're down there. We want to see people from around the nation gathering up the people of the Free State and getting them to our conference as we build wealth across this nation. Guys, get your tickets and your guests booked right now in our system. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to become a wealth engineer today, super simple. You're going to go to our website, DuePoint.net. You're going to read and watch the videos, do whatever you need to do, and then you're going to click apply or join and fill out the form. It's going to take you less than 3 minutes to fill out the form. And at the end of the form, without a single cent having departed from your pockets, you'll be a wealth engineer today, instantaneously. And this afternoon, this is the best presentation to come to, I reckon, because you've now got the whole of the weekend ahead of free time. I'm too busy. Fantastic. The weekend stands before you, awaiting your action. You have got the whole weekend ahead of you now to be connecting people. You can be wealthier on Monday than you were right now in this presentation. It starts in the next 30 minutes. Get onto our website, fill out the form, and start building wealth with us today. If you want to do more research, it'll be disappointing research because everything I told you is what you will find. But if you want to, go to the JSE's website, find us listed under Conduit Capital. Go to Constantia's website, find our financial statements, our directors, our BEE status, whatever it is that you need is open and public at DuePoint Constantia. And then go to the regulator sites, go to the FSCA site, and look up our licenses, life, short-term, FSP licenses. We don't have one, we have lists of them. Go find them. You are not dealing with something you have seen before. You are dealing with something that you have never, ever seen before. Our expectation is to get every South African to this presentation via our technology. Folks, today is your chance to become part of that movement. If you've got questions and concerns, that's quite natural. Come and talk to us outside. If you're here today, I'll be standing there. Come and ask me anything. Otherwise, if you're from around the country, call our client service team. Monday through Friday, 8 until 5. Give them a call. They'll answer any question you may have. And walk out of here today without this tool. Don't walk out of here until you've counted the cost of what you're leaving behind. Ladies and gentlemen, I look forward to seeing you outside. We'll be live again tomorrow at 10 and 11:30. Remember, 11:30 is launch workshop. It is for those that wealth engineers during the week and tomorrow morning that have become wealth engineers and want to learn how to earn money quickly at DuePoint. 11:30 tomorrow is the presentation you want to be tuned into or hear. Joe Burgers, don't hide behind the screen. I can weep. Bring your guests here. It is powerful for them to see that we're not some kind of invisible online business, but we're a bricks and mortar business. Bring them here tomorrow morning. We want this auditorium filled, and we want the live stream packed from around the country, 10 o'clock and 11:30. I look forward to seeing you guys all then. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I'll see you all outside. Cheers.